Alright, now this first one I think is super awesome because this is based off of remnants of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, the Japanese exclusive Aki title. Now Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 was more of the traditional pure wrestlers kind of wrestling game, hence why it's still so popular in today. Now this is based off of the reversal system. In WWF No Mercy, there are 3 specific types of reversal counter systems in the fighting styles menu. You can either have heavyweight, light heavyweight, or martial arts. Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, the game before this, however, expanded upon that with 6 of the counter reversal systems. If you're wondering how these counter systems work, it's only for the front grapples. As in the move list, when you're editing a character, you can specifically choose their back reversal grapples or their strike reversals. So for reference, here would be the heavyweight reversals for suplex and powerbomb. Now, here would be the normal light heavyweight reversal system. So now that you understand how this system works, we're going to go over why Essa Rios is a very special addition in this regard. See, Essa Rios, he has the remnants of the Junior Heavyweight Special counter system from Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. And if you're wondering how different that is, well, I'll just let you guys check it out. Here are some unique reversals exclusive to Essa Rios and WWF No Mercy. So as you've seen, he has a special reversal for the Crucifix Powerbomb, the regular Powerbomb which transitions into a head scissors instead, and as well as a suplex turning into a snap suplex. And I find this to be quite an impressive and very unique set of circumstances for really this one character in the game. Speaking of special cases, here is Ken Shamrock returning from WWF WrestleMania 2000 with his final appearance in a WWE game up until WWE 13. Shamrock is unique as even though it states he has the martial arts reversal, what he actually has in this game is the heavyweight special fighting style left over from Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 as well. As mentioned in the previous entry, both of these exclusive fighting styles for these characters are unselectable. However, if you do copy it to a CAW and do not edit the fighting style at all for your CAW, you will be able to have access to these unique reversal systems. Now, Essa Rios is a little more unique in his reversals, but Ken Shamrock has gained access to not only the flipping over of the suplex as you can see, but as well as the Crucifix Powerbomb reversal where he slides out, just like Essa Rios. Now this next one I believe is exclusive to WWF No Mercy in the Aki series. You may have noticed that select superstars have facial animations during their entrance taunts. It doesn't work with every single taunt, but these will work with these superstar faces and a variety of taunts. Some examples include Cactus Jack and Mick Foley, where you can see they are actually missing a tooth. Unfortunately, Mankind or the Commissioner version of Mick Foley does not activate the facial animation. This shows that it requires specific faces as well as specific hairstyles and specific taunts. So although you can get this to work with your CAWs, it is trial and error to see which ones work and which do not. Also, a hidden one you will never see is The Rock's face, however you can see this in his outro and his winning animation. Chris Jericho, for a split second, you can see his shit-eating grin. I don't even really know how to describe this Kurt Angle face. X-Pac with his classic Gene Simmons style kiss tongue flick. Chyna sadly looks miserable, but she's trying her best to put on a brave face. And once again, if there were any that I missed, please let me know down below in the comments. Now this next entry is going to highlight the alternate costumes in the game. Now for some superstars, they actually had multiple gimmicks in the year 2000, late 99, and WWF No Mercy highlights this fact. Due to the Aki 4 costume selection system, you get access to a variety of gimmicks featuring these superstars who did have their character changes, including accurate theme songs as well. For example, Right to Censor formed in the middle of 2000, and they updated in time for No Mercy. Bull Buchanan has his prison guard tag team attire with the Big Boss Man. The Godfather is featured in this game, however his Right to Censor persona, the Goodfather, is also featured in 2 of his alternate outfits. Al Snow's second attire in this game references the fact when he dressed in Steve Blackman's pants during their time as Head Cheese. There are also some characters that share the same character slot. For example, the tag team Kai and Tai, Taka, and Funaki share the same character slot. Despite not being featured in this game, D-Will Brown has his Lowdown attire in this game. For the girls, Terry and Deborah share the same character slot, as well as Ivory and Jacqueline. As far as hidden characters go, Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah also share a character slot. Then there are even crazier examples with Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, Pat Patterson, and Jared Briscoe, along with Earl Hebner, Howard Finkel, Paul Bear, and Michael Cole. I feel like this was a good use of resources as these characters primarily only show up in story mode. Alright, in this next entry we can see that there is clearly a fan of Big Sexy Kevin Nash, as not only was he featured on the cover of Revenge, his pants are actually included in No Mercy as well, but his theme song as Diesel was actually included in this game. If you choose to listen to Original 3, you will hear Diesel's theme 1 for 1 in just a different kind of tone. There are a few that believe this is a custom version of the Big Show song, but make no mistake, this is Diesel's theme. This may be the one and only time I actually play a theme for you guys on this channel. Now for this next entry, we're going to go over outfits and attires for those who are not included in the game, as well as special classic attires for those who are included in the game. Now, as most of you know, the Big Show was set to be included in this game, and part of that inclusion was his Showster attire that he used at Backlash. This even includes a full entrance attire. Now, like the Showster entrance attire, most of these you can actually buy from the Smackdown Mall. There are way too many of these types of items to go over, but there are references to Gangrel, the Mean Street Posse, and the Headbangers who were cut from the game. There are outfits for The Undertaker, such as his classic Phantom of the Opera look, and his entrance attire from WrestleMania 2000 for his Ministry of Darkness look. There are also references to superstars of the past. For example, Yokozuna has his attire in this game, along with the Ultimate Warrior's trunks, and even a modified Road Warrior's face paint. A lot of these extra outfits also relate to Japan wrestling. For example, you can fully create the Great Muta in this game, as his pants are featured. Movesets from previous superstars in WCW, NWO Revenge, and Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, as well as WrestleMania 2000 are all included in this game. With a plethora of more that I couldn't even mention here, the developers at Aki really went all out. Now this next entry on the list refers to an unused profile picture icon. It's unsure if this logo was a placeholder, perhaps it was the Big Show's former picture that was changed into this. However, it's still here and it's accessible. What I'm referring to here is a normally unselectable profile picture in this game. Now to access this, you must unlock every single character in the game except for one. Chances are this is going to be the hose. Once you have, you can go into the profile selection screen on the Create a Wrestler mode, and then you're going to want to go to the last screen here. Go to the bottom and highlight the skull profile picture, then press left. You should now access a hidden, inaccessible blank spot. This will look like a glitched texture on this screen, but once you click on it, it will now be defaulted to the Rock's profile picture. That's not all, however. Save this and go to the main menu. When selecting a character, you will now see that the WrestleMania logo is now a profile picture. There is no doubt that this was not intended to be chosen. It would have been nice if this was some way to choose the Big Show's unused profile picture, but either way, I suppose this is a pretty unique and interesting little bug. However, if you want a unique profile picture, well, here you go. Let me know in the comments, would you guys use this as your profile picture?
It's cooking. It's cooking.
Alright, I'm just gonna let this one speak for itself.
It's cooking. It's cooking. Know your role. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking.
What is funny about Lethal Weapon is that it is actually spelled correctly in multiple instances in this game, including his own Titantron. Alright everyone, this is going to be the last entry for today, and this is going to go over the extra faces in WWF No Mercy's Create a Wrestler mode. Now to start off, I'm going to reference two unused faces. The Big Show and The Rock are accessible with a Game Shark code. However, other than that, Raven's face, as he was slated to appear in WWF No Mercy possibly due to his reappearance in August of 2000 is included. A wrestler from last year's game that may have been included but may have been told to be taken out was Droz. His face is still included as well. Many faces from Japan's Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 once again show up as updated face models in this game as well. It's also interesting to mention the unusable superstars who were meant to be included in this game, such as Mosh, Thrasher, Gangrel, Midian, and the Mean Street Posse members Pete Gas, Rodney, and Joey Abs. Face likeness are included as well. I believe that No Mercy and Smackdown 2 Know Your Role on the PS1 are the last games to be able to get away with this. Although they are not playable in the game, technically since their likeness are included in this game, these superstars should have gotten paid royalties for being included in the game. In Smackdown 2, superstars like Jeff Jarrett and Goldust's full facial likenesses are included, as well as their gimmick attires. And, as mentioned in here, WWF No Mercy uses the gimmick attires as well as the facial likenesses of a plethora of superstars. And to be honest, it is a miracle that none of these companies, the WWF included, got sued for this. But with that, this video is done with. Join us next week where we will go over part 3 and the final video of the WWF No Mercy secrets. And thank you for joining. Alright, once again, thanks for watching, guys. I don't really have much to say at the end of this video since, I've kind of gotten most of my thoughts out on the other videos. I will say, I do really appreciate you guys once again. And remember, there are so many secrets in this game, and this is probably one of the most played wrestling games of all time. Obviously, this series has been done to death, but for a lot of those out there, this is still treading very new ground. So even if you knew all of them, not everybody does. So if it doesn't appeal to you, I'm sorry, but there are so many secrets that a lot of people haven't figured out yet. But with that, for this week, why don't you guys comment your favorite championship path in WWF No Mercy. Alright guys, once again, this is the end of the video. Part 3 is going to be next week, so make sure to check that one out. Still plenty of secrets to go. Thank you guys once again for watching. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe. Ring the bell to be notified of the daily content. And remember to have a nice day.
Diggity dog. Breaking. Diggity dog. Breaking.